on Twitter, everything else, Clubhouse. We welcome you. And we're live now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Yes, yes, yes. This is Birds of a Feather with Doc Hurst and Izzy O. Could you, could you tell us what's going on today? We're 2 days away from the Sunday game. I believe it's going to be at 12 o'clock Sunday. The Philadelphia Phillies are facing the Jacksonville Jaguars. What do you got to say about it, Izzy?
Well, everything is kind of up in the air due to the hurricane. So, as far as injuries, Maddox won't be playing. He's a cornerback, so just got to be aware of that. You got Jalen Hurts. He got offensive player of the month, so congrats to him. And what else we got going on? Um, I don't know. That's pretty much the main thing we got going on. So when's the game? Sunday? Sunday in Philadelphia. So let's get ready to go out there and check it out and support the hurt.
Okay, some great things going on, but one big thing is that their former coach is coming back to town. It's the coach that led them to and through the Super Bowl 2017, which is their only Super Bowl victory, but he is their former coach. Do you think there's going to be any rivalry that's lying underneath with the coach coming in with Jacksonville Jaguars? Matter of fact, he's coming in with Trey Lance, who's one of the winningest quarterbacks for Clemson University, and now he's in the pros.
I don't think so. I think this is going to be a very friendly game. I think that maybe the coaches may have a bit of maybe rivalry, but I think these are two teams that are just trying to continue to identify themselves. The Eagles are the only undefeated team, and the Jaguars, I think they're off to a 2-1 start. So everyone's looking real good out there. I think this will be a great game. Um, Fingers crossed it'll all be a let the best team win and remain healthy. I think that's the big key, and so I can't wait till Sunday comes.
Okay, what do you think Jalen them gonna pull this win out, or what do you think gonna happen?
I think so. I think it's going to be around 28 to about 24. I think that the offense has it together, but I think it's time they also need to dominate on the defensive end. They are getting turnovers. They got a lot of sacks against Washington, so let's just see how it's going to play. What's going to be your prediction for this game of the Eagles and Jaguars, and what are you looking forward to see?
I'm looking forward to see about 34 to maybe 10. I think that
Okay.
definitely is going to get after the quarterback and really make some things happen. But I'm looking for a win. I think a lot of things will be favorable because they'll be at home, and I think it's just going to be looking nice. Matter of fact, even though it's only 3 games, the Eagles are the only undefeated team in the NFL. So if they go forward, it's only will be stretching out that lead, and I'm just so glad about that. Now the Jaguars are 2-1. So I believe that they're going to put it on the line. They're looking good. I think the Philadelphia Eagles, I would think every game that they played from 1 to 3, you could see uh, mistakes and errors. From the first game, letting them come back, from the second game, even into the third game. And the key is that each mistake that they made was recognizable first by the quarterback, and I'm also by everyone else of what they need to do in the second half. So they acknowledge their mistakes, but through their mistakes, they're steady winning. So when they correct their mistakes, what is it going to be to stop them? What is it going to take? If they can make mistakes and still win, and they correct each mistake, they correct the things that they're deficient in. They had a lot of penalties that second game. All of a sudden, it drops out. The defense was really hot, running back, getting after those quarterbacks. But so this is why I look at the Eagles are going to be a team that's going to be hard to stop because when everything's going good, they're going to really be almost unstoppable because they're winning games, making mistakes. And that many teams can't afford to do that. They don't have, if they make one mistake, game over.
Definitely, definitely. Well, that sounds good. Now, I think maybe the elephant in the room needs to be addressed. How do you currently feel about the Monday night football game? I mean, I'm sorry, Thursday night football game. What's your whole take on what happened with uh Tua in relations to what happened Thursday? What's your take on it?
I think what happened Thursday was something that took place Sunday, and it's something that takes place all the time. It's been going on for a long time. People don't understand the pressure that's on teams and people to play, not just the quarterback position, but you got to realize that many of those people are facing the fact that one, being out during this regular season, being out, being injured, there is always somebody looking to take your job. There's always somebody looking over your shoulder to take your place. And one demotion could be your last time playing in the NFL. There are many people that got hurt, maybe running backs, quarterbacks. They got hurt one game, and next thing you know, next guy came in, played so well, guy never got his position back, never played in the NFL again. So what you're looking at, you're talking about millions of dollars and only a 17. Matter of fact, it hasn't always been 17 games, but it used to be less than that. It was around 12 games. So you didn't have that many games to play. So no matter what, a guy was going to stay on the field as long as he could because it's not like basketball or baseball where you got all these games and plenty of time to come back and get your position back. If you lose that one time, that's it. So even though he was messed up, got back in the game because he wants to play. Because guess what? Bridgewater could have gotten in the game, outshine him, and that'd be the last you see of Tua. They wanted to get rid of him the year before. Not too long ago, they wanted to get rid of Jalen when he first come in, and still when the start of the season. So that's a lot of pressure. Even though you're hurt, you realize, hey man, if I don't get back up on that field, all this money that I'm making, family life that's changing, that's gone. So many people will put their health on the line and their life on the line just to play that game that is a vicious and violent sport. That's my take on it.
Well, that's a great take and a great opinion, and so I hope that's going to bring some clarity to the situation. And let's just try to move forward the best way we can. I'm not in the medical field, but I've never seen anything like it in football. So that's what a lot of people are saying, and I'm kind of saying the same thing. And um, I guess at the end of the day, you got to look at all your options because there's more to life than one way in football. So to the Tua family, to all the fans and friends, hey, you know, just be cautious, be careful. That's all I can say about it, and that's all I can say. I think that's the biggest news right now. I think that's bigger news than the Eagles being undefeated is the way Tua, you know, gets hurt, the concussion, the hand. This could be the last time I ever see him suit up, but best of wishes. That's all I can say. Best of wishes.
Well, I saw the game when he played and got hurt. I think it was that Sunday, and that was only a push, and only a push. He fell down, hit his head, and he was all woozy. Now they throw him down, and he's knocked out, and his hands are all jumbled up. He's also had his hip broken, in college, and I don't even know how, or why they picked him then because that's a very catastrophic injury when you look at it from what the operation is. I mean, I went and I actually saw that type of operation, what they do, and you can look it up on the internet and they'll show you. I was like, man, he's still playing. So he's been through some things. And if he's to the point where you can just push him down, he hits his head and he's knocked out, or you tackle him and he's, in that state, it's not looking too good for him to even be playing. It's very dangerous. He could lose his life. I see we also have Darnell on the line. We talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, birds of a feather. Uh, and I see we got some more people coming on the line. And I'm Doc Hurst along with Izzy Hurst, and we are on Birds of a Feather, and we're just discussing. So if you want to chime in, just let us know. We'll bring you on, let you say something to the people here that are gathered. We're on YouTube. Uh, so come on in and join us. And we know that the Eagles are winning. And I'm so proud of Jalen. I'm just proud of what he's doing, but also his teammates. And I think it's overdue. So we're gonna ride with this Eagle Nation. Anything you like to say, Dr. Easy?
I think as far as the Eagles are concerned, I don't want to keep bashing it over the head, but all is well when you're undefeated. That's a great way to be. So let's just try to go out there, get another win, stay healthy. There's so much talk about money, 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 money. You
Uh,
got money is everybody's got their own concepts, but football you have money lines, you have DraftKings and FanDuel, and um, you have contracts and negotiations. I think that a lot of people who are nothing but couch commentators, they need to stop trying to be financial advisors about which way people need to make decisions. There are people who like to say what I would pay and what I would give. You don't have the money to give it. You're not in anything finance. Just stick to being a little couch commentator. So that's the
well,
only thing I can say.
I hear you, but I would say even we ourselves, I would consider myself a couch commentator because I'm not an actual player. I like the sport, I follow it, but when it comes to talking about salary and money and finance, I look at it this: if a person has a job, nobody wants somebody else talking about what they should and shouldn't be making. You know what you put in a job for your pay. And I don't think that as we're reporting, like I said, we report on the facts. We can talk about what we see. We can talk about a salary if it comes out, but we're not to negotiate these people contract because you wouldn't want anybody negotiating your pay. You negotiate your pay. When you're at your job, you negotiate your pay. I'm on my job, I negotiate my pay. No one else is going to do that, and I'm not unless I have an agent for that, and they have agents for their pay. And I think the reporters that you call them, or the couch potatoes, they should stay in their lane. Let the people who deal with the finances and let them iron that out. If they pay, look, Carson Wentz got $33.8 million and didn't even play. But that's not, who's going to deal with that? His boss who paid him. Jalen Hurts probably got the hottest jersey probably selling right now. Right now. When he first came in the league, people not even telling you that. He's been on, what's that little game that they play? Fantasy football. He was one of the favorites from day one. This is 3 years ago. Jalen Hurts has been a money magnet for football since way back. And he didn't get paid in college. When he left out, then college people got paid. So I don't feel it's our place, not just Jalen, but especially Jalen, because he's close to my heart. I'm gonna get on you when it comes to him. But what I'm saying, you can't be up there negotiating people's pay when nobody negotiates yours. Cilio, Brunson, was that Philly Five,
And
Jakeem,
Joey Chase,
Joey Shaky Joe, and all the rest of the kinfolk. Come on. These ex-football players, when they was up there, who negotiate their contracts? Them or their agents. So let's chill out on that. And let's bring that back in perspective. Because what's happening is you're beginning to be an advocate for the owners. So it makes me wonder when we get, the players have to talk to the media. They have to talk to the media. Now, If they have to talk to the media, why then is the media allowed to talk about their pay and their contracts as if they're the ones who are paying them? Stephen A. Smith and the rest of the crew. So it ain't just the couch potatoes; it's even the big boys at ESPN. So why are they involved in that when they're just to comment on the sports of the matter, not to negotiate contracts? That's for the owners and people who pay them, and also their agents to do. Wouldn't you agree with that?
I would agree. I would
Yeah.
agree. That's what needs to start. The president needs to be set um, before something happens, almost like the Tua situation. It's not apples and apples, but it's the same thing. You got to set a precedent before tragedy happens. These are people whose financial careers and reputation is on the line that you're commentating about.
All right.
So we've already seen that happen where someone's saying rumors about how good they are and their health and what they would pay. That is contorting a whole person's. You have a whole NFL draft. There's a guy who was supposed to be a first round pick, and everyone finds a way to slander him. It cost him millions of dollars. There's a guy by the name of
Dean, you talking about
yes,
David?
there's a guy by the name of Manti Teo who has a personal relationship in it. Everyone gets all involved in it, and it costs them millions of dollars. It's on Netflix. So I think what it needs to be happening, all the little couch potatoes, all the little commentary people, stay in your lane, and that's just how I'm looking at it. How do you feel about it?
Well, I think it's been going on in sports for a while, and I think that's how the ex basketball player Kwame Brown got picked up again. He said how Stephen A. Smith was talking about he was the biggest bust in NBA and calling himself the Busty Bus, and he was like he was getting into an area about what he should get paid. When you say he was a bust, meaning he wasn't worth it. You know, the Eagles had a player on their team called Jalen Rager. Well, I guarantee you, they didn't pay as much for Jalen Rager as they did for Carson Wentz. Sometimes in business, when you're the owner of a business and you put up your money, you take a risk on whoever you pay because you're the one putting up your money to say this is going to be successful. The only difference is in the NFL, you are in a risk with an organization and you all pool in and y'all work and cooperate together. You have an independent franchise. Remember, it's called a franchise. That doesn't, you're not the sole owner. You're a part owner. McDonald's have franchises. You're not the sole owner, you're part owner. So this business they call the NFL is a business of owners who put in their money, who take risk on players, who take risks on themselves, and take risk on other people to gain a profit. And so I had some issues even with the Eagles, like understanding. Say what you want, but you can be bigger than the facts. And the facts are you're more championship in your head than you are reality. You only won one. The other teams, even if they ain't won in 20 years, they won more than one. And it's a business. And the one that I know they're rival, but you got to get real. I even say the point, well, who's the coach that came in? The first thing he say, beat Dallas and all of this here. Well, how did that work out for you? How did that work out? See, that big talk ain't going to get it. You're going to have to get in the trenches and come out and prove yourself and beat these teams. You don't get up there just running your mouth. And so the same thing going to happen with Jacksonville. You're going to have to show up when it comes to St. Louis. You're going to have to show up. These teams are not going to lay down and let you win. This is the NFL. You can lose on any given day. And I'm just here to shed a little light on what I see and how I see it. And if I'm wrong in my facts, I have no problem admitting that I'm wrong. But what I am going to do, I finally got a voice and I'm going to speak on it. And I know you're going to do the same. Anything else you'd like to share?
All is great, all is well. So I had a great time talking. So hey, you guys come reach out to us. We'll be here.
Okay, so after the game Sunday, we'll be back probably Monday or Tuesday to give you a little follow up, and we'll always try to come in on or before. I know we're saying some things that's a little different from everybody else. So what we want you to do is like, subscribe, share, put this out there so that people can start hearing about Birds of a Feather, hearing about these Hurts boys from Louisiana that's kicking up stuff that's finna make things happen. We finna shake up that NFL. That's right. From the top to the bottom, we gonna reach up and got them. If you don't believe me, ask Bottom got them.
You know it. First talk, first business, and we out. And I'm not Denzel Washington.
Come on, and we talking. What's his name? What's his name? More
Philly
like
500.
more like Chris Farley than yeah, yeah. What he said? Dallas still
Smoking on the stogie, whatever he's smoking on.
yeah,
Smoking on the stogie.
smoking on his stogie, and Dallas still stinks. But you look more like Chris Farley. Let's get it right. All right. See you later. See you wouldn't want to be you.